All right, so I want to talk about sampling on the MPC sample and just share a little bit of why I'm sampling the way I am right now. I had this question asked yesterday. Why do I sample on one pad and do chop mode? Wouldn't it be easier or faster if I just start slicing up right here into each individual pad? Yes, this is the way I would do it on any other MPC where I'm on the sample page and just start chopping up on the go. But on the MPC sample, it's a bit different. And let me explain what I mean. Right now, I'm going to sample a piece of audio and I'm going to lay that down on one pad. I'm not going to go the lazy chop mode, and then I'll explain why I'm doing that. Okay, so I have everything recorded onto this pad. There's a lot of information right there. There's a very long piece that I sampled. And then right here, when I'm on sample view, I'm going to truncate it and make those chops within chop mode. Everything that I do right now is going to be a part of this pad. Everything, when I chop it up, it's multiple chops. They're all going to be grouped under this pad that I sampled into. That's very important because if I want to pitch this up or pitch it down, it's going to affect all of the chops within that pad. That's what I want it to do. If I want to raise the volume or lower the volume of this pad or track, I can do that just using one fader knob. If I would have recorded lazy chop mode, it would record small samples on each individual pad. So if later on I want to tune it up or pitch it down, I'm going to have to go pad per pad and start tuning up or down. That's tedious. It's going to take a long time. Same thing with volume. If I want to raise the volume, I have to do it to all the pads because they're all separate. So that's why right now I'm recording onto single pads. I don't think there's tracks right here on the sample, but I look at each pad like its own track because that's how you're going to mix to raise the volume of each individual pad. And look, if I want to tune this up, I could go to tune right here and I can fine tune it and it affects everything. And now I go into chop mode. And right here, I'm going to do 4 chops because there's 4 beats right here. Now, if I want to record these chops onto the sequence, I just hit sample sequence. I'm still in chop mode so I can see my slices that I've done. And it's all right there. Like we said in the beginning, if I got to raise or lower down that volume, I do that with one touch of the slider. And it affects all of these chops because those are all within the single pad. Hopefully that's making sense. Now, if I would have sampled the other way or the lazy chop mode, actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let me show you how tedious it would be. I'm going to go to sample. And I already have my record queued up. And when I hit a pad, it's going to start sampling onto that pad. Whenever I hit a next pad, it's going to make the chop for me and start putting it on each sample on each individual pad. Okay, so I got multiple chops and they're all on separate pads. They're not on one single pad. So this is the issue that I would have. Let's hear some of these pads. All right, cool. What if I want to pitch this down and lower the tune of this? If I have done it onto each individual pad, I would have to go one by one, tune this down. Second pad, the same thing. I'm not going to do that. That's the way I would do it on the 2000 XL, and you would have to go per pad. It takes a long time. I think you get the idea. If this is a very beginning software right now, I don't know if later on they would allow us to group all these pads together so we could affect the tune, the pitch, the volume per group. That would be pretty cool to have. But as of right now, this is just the way I'm sampling. This is the way I will be sampling. It's just per pad. And also, it'll keep you a little more organized and it gives you more space because I already used up one bank with separate chops. So I'm already down one bank. Instead, I could have done all this in one pad and it just per pad. is giving me more space or more flexibility. All right, guys, I know this is probably a short video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.